Hi guys, Math with Babs here. Mia, my daughter, is in the bed with me. Um, she just wanted to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this video going. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go in present mode. Okay, so today we are doing subtracting integers. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay.
Today we're just going to show our video to mommy students.
Okay. All right, you go. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Out. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get this started. Alrighty, so go ahead and get your Cornell notes. We're doing subtraction. Huh? Yeah, close the door. Alright, so subtracting integers. Go ahead and put your title, your name, first period, today's date. Your keywords are going to be subtracting and integers. Alright, so I'm not even going to lie. I had to ask another teacher for help on this one because models are so confusing to me. But you might see a question this way, so I wanted to make sure that I included it. All right, so here are your first two problems that we're going to go over. So go ahead and write those on your paper. Remember, if you were to hold up your notes next to your computer screen, they should look identical. So anything, a box, a table, problems, anything I put on my paper or my computer screen needs to be on your computer screen too. And I don't know why that's like super bright right there. Alrighty, so the first thing is modeling integers. Okay, so this one was really weird for me, so I'm hoping that I do this the correct way. Okay, so if you look at it, we have -4 minus -3. So on both of these problems, these red indicate negative, these yellow indicate positive. So we start with -3 and we want to take away -3. So if we take away -3, we are left with this one right here, which is 1, and it's red, so it would be a -1. Now that one's really easy, but when we get to this next one, it's like, ay. Okay, so we start with 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But on this one, we want to take away -3. Now, if you notice that these yellows are positive, so we need to take away negative. So the only way that we can do that is to create or to add negative ones. Well, the only way we can add negative ones is if we add what's called a zero pair, because if I were to add -3, it wouldn't just equal 6. So this right here is considered a positive one and a negative one. So basically a positive and a negative cancel out to 0. So basically, if I were to take these away, I would still be left with 6, which is this original number right here, which is why that works. It's confusing to me. I know it's weird, but that's the way it is. So on this one, so we added a zero pair. So now we can take away 3. So this is why we took away this 3 right here. And we're now left with 9 because 6 plus 3 is 9. All right, let's go on to our next slide. Let's see here. I always do this really weird. There you go. Oh, I need to erase this. Okay. So, whenever we do the next type of problems, we're going to keep the same song, same sign, add and keep, different sides subtract, use the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So we're still going to use the same one on these next couple of slides. So let me go over to the next slide. Okay, so we have lots and lots of problems. Now, if you notice, I used all the same numbers. So here's a little trick on this one. You're basically going to change these into an addition problem. So anytime you see this right here, anytime you see this right here, if you see double, subtract, and negative, you turn it into a plus, okay? This one right here, you're always going to turn it into a subtraction sign into a plus. But if you turn a subtraction sign into a plus, you have to also change the number after it. So if I look at this one, I'm going to make this a plus, but because I make this a plus, since this is a positive, it's now going to be a negative. This one I'm going to make into a plus, but since this one is a positive, it's now going to be a negative. This one has a double subtraction and negative, so this automatically, the whole thing gets turned into a plus, okay? So I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to do it one at a time. Okay, so on this first one, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm always going to turn it into a plus. So if I have a double subtraction negative, I turn the whole thing into a plus. Now I use my song. Same signs. It's not same signs because this is a positive 4, so it's different signs. So we're going to subtract. So 3 subtract 4 is 1. Use the sign of the larger number, which is the 4 because it's the furthest away from 0. So this answer right here would be positive 4. And then this one right here, we would do plus, but then this one would become a negative. So this is same sign, so we're going to add. So 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 7. Shout out to, I think it's, is it Emily? Yeah, Emily. I think Emily, who told me that I added the wrong way in one of the last videos. So hopefully this is correct. Same sign, so we're going to add and keep the sign. So this would be negative 7. And then this one, let's change the color. We're going to change this into a plus sign. But since we changed this, we have to make this a negative because it's a positive. So this is going to be different signs, subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. So this one's going to be negative 1. And then on this one, see if you can see this yellow. We're going to make this a plus because there's double subtracting negative. So then it would just be 4, 5, 6, 7. Then this one would just be 7. Alrighty. I hope that made sense. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay. So now we're going to do these problems together. So on this one, we are going to, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this like really, really small. So I think I might write below here. Okay, so we have negative 7 minus 2. Okay, so we are going to make sure that we make this a plus, but because we made this a plus, we're going to make this subtraction. So it's going to be same signs, add and keep, 7, 8, 9. So this one is going to be a 9, and we're going to keep the sign. All right, this one right here, we have a double subtraction and a negative. So this is going to be plus all the way through. So that's going to be 3, 4. Keep the sign of the larger number. So it's going to be a positive 4. This one right here, I'm going to write over here. 3 minus 5. All right, and let's do. So we're going to make this plus, but we're going to make this a subtraction sign. So it's different signs. So we're going to subtract 5, 4, 3, 2. So this one's going to be 2. Keep the sign of the larger number. So this one's going to be negative 2. And then we have this one over here. So this is double subtract a negative. So this is going to be end up being a plus. So we have different signs. So this is going to be 4. Keep the sign of the larger number. So this one's going to be negative 4. There we go. All right. So the model questions, we'll kind of do a little bit more of those in class. Just because it's kind of hard to describe in a video because it took me a while to get used to it. So we will definitely do some of the model questions more so in class. So go ahead and write your question here for that first section, your question here for that section, for this section right here, and then add your question here. Go ahead and write your summary down here. If you can see that. Summary down there. And then on this page right here, you don't see where it says essential question. So I added it. Go ahead and write your essential question here. Remember, when you do your essential question, you basically take your summary and turn it into a 1-sentence question. Mia, I'm done. Come say bye. All right, we are done with this video, but my daughter wants to say hi or bye.
Hi.
Say bye.
Hi.
All right, guys. See you a little bit later.
I love you.